Alright folks, we're just, what's the time? 9:10. What a lazy morning. Just checking the ground, making sure I've left nothing behind. I'm going to leave the caravan park, in case that wasn't obvious enough. I'm going to drive through or ride through the cricket pitch. And I'm going to head up the road a bit and go over to Hammond. Yeah, Hammond, and make my way over to Hawker. Alright, so I've got a few K to go up here, chuck a right, and I think it should be all dirt all the way through to possibly Carrington if I've got things right. Yeah, I just turned around because I could see in my mirror the view of Mount Remarkable behind me. So, in case you're wondering where I am, so Melrose is back there. Obviously you can read the sign, and Hammond is straight over the main road here. Might as well slow down because I'm not going to see much. Yeah, I've just pulled up here to listen to the silence. Obviously Mount Remarkable, the high point. Such a still day today. There's no wind at the moment. Beautiful morning. But yeah, notice how just like that I've gone from crops to that. Clearly that would have been a pub once upon a time. Go for a wander. There's a general store over there. Bank of Adelaide. It's like an old western town, isn't it? (1840) pastoral land was taken up. Wheat farming. 1879, eh? Bank of Adelaide. I don't remember that, obviously. That house looks quite lived in, doesn't it? I won't be nosy. Alright, well, that's Hammond done, folks. Get out this neck of the woods, drop in, have a bit of a nosy. Alright. Oh yeah, the church over there. Better have a quick squiz while I'm here. I like that sign. Warning, prayer is the best way to meet God. Someone holding a gun, trespassing is the fastest. I'll look from a distance to Carrington. 10:25. Should be there in about 20 minutes, I think. The roads are all pretty good. Okay, just arrived in Carrington now. Alright, leaving Carrington now, and we'll head on up to Craddock. So just arriving here in Craddock. check out Carrington Pub. Now I understand by the signs you can camp here, buy a beer and camp for free. So we'll see what it looks like for future reference. I think you can camp out here. Oh, look at that. Well, that's not too bad. You can have a fire. There's a bench, that'll do me. Sit down, have a bite to eat, and head then off to Hawker, but I'll take some dirt roads. Craddock War Memorial, that's what it is. Alright, I've left Craddock and I'm on the Hawker Road anyway. There you go, Hawker 25. So I expect this will just be another dirt road. Yeah, I'm getting pretty close to Hawker now. And just pulled up here to admire that view in front of me. Righto, here at Hawker, established 1880. Gee, you're getting everything this trip, history lessons, everything. So, Hawker, what am I going to do here? I'll definitely grab a coffee, have some lunch, get some petrol, and I'm going to do something I've ridden and driven past that many times. Just out there somewhere is a thing called Jervis Hill. I'm going to go up there and have a look. Folks, well, that was a good break in Hawker. Suppose I was here about an hour. Grabbed a coffee in the servo because the cafe was shut. And I've got to say, I've had coffees at quite a few from there. And for a servo coffee, it's just one of those idiot-proof coffee machines that even I can work out. Push the button, stops when it's ready. Bloody good coffee. Anyway, we're going to head up to Jervis Hill or Jervis Hill. I'll tell you exactly. I think it's this turn off here. With an A, so it's got to be Jarvis. We'll go up there and have a bit of a Captain Cook up there. Well, look, it's pretty obvious it's a well-maintained gravel road. You'd get anything up here at this point, but I thought I'd film it because it's just magnificent Flinders Ranges scenery. There we go. Well, this must be the turnaround point for the caravanners, maybe. I better select a better gear or I'll have to turn around. Well, it's actually pretty steep. I think traction is not an issue, but yeah, it's surprisingly quite steep. Am I here? Oh yeah, this is it. Oh, I've got to walk. Look out and walking trail. How far is that? Okay, well, yeah, I'm not going to worry with the walk. It's there's a billion flies, and I just had one then. It's about an hour return, and you really want to soak it in. So the wife and I will be up here later in the year on a hiking trip, so we'll come up here. We won't walk up there. I don't think she'll be thrilled about that, but we'll come up here for a drive, check it out. But anyway, look, I'll film on the way down, and you can see for yourself. I'll just slowly come down the hill. Now I'm in first gear. Yeah, it'd be fantastic views up the top. You'll get all that as in one panorama. That needs more than just a quick walk to the top, take a photo and come back down, that's for sure. Alright, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to slightly head north and I'm going to head west and go to the other side of the ranges and head back down towards Port Augusta that way. I'll show you when I get to a turn off what I have done on previous trips and what I plan on doing for this one. Alright, I've just turned off the main highway, the Hawker to Parachilna and beyond. If you keep going, you'll end up in bloody Burketown. Yeah, Yapala Road, and I'll head through here for maybe about 20k, I can't remember. We'll drop in and check out a couple of things. Now, I have been on one road through here, and when I get there I'll stop and have a quick yak about it. Just starting to come through some of these typical Flinders creek beds. So you go through them. There goes a bike, some four-wheel drives. There's another one. Look at the dust. I'm going to tell you about that in a minute. I think that's where I'm at. Those guys are heading north. Hey, so where those guys came up was this Bobby Creek Road. And I came up there with a fella a couple of years ago. We had a really good ride up through there. It was about 36 degrees, I reckon. It was hot. And right back in there was a lot of bull dust. And but it was nice scenery, and that's the one I've done before that goes through these two ranges. But I continue on this way for a bit longer. I've just stopped again here just to stop and take it in, just to think where I am. It's just incredible, isn't it, the Flinders? I can see why people come from all over Australia to come here. It's quite incredible. Absolutely silent. Looks fantastic. Right, I'm at my turn off now. Warrakimbo, I think the road is. I will double check. Wallabadina. I can't read what that other sign says, but you really feel like you're in the middle of absolutely nowhere here. So peaceful. Yeah, there seems to be some kind of ruins here. And this track now, in spots, there's a lot of bull dust holes, so I have to be pretty careful. It's that lighter colour, and it's breaking up. And over there you can see the red dunes. So I think all up this stretch is about 150. I'm not sure how far I've done at this point, but yeah, we'll keep moving. Yeah, this is a bit of everything, this road. Come around the corner and there's a big bull dust patch. And then the next corner is all rocky. But look at the scenery. Pretty specky. I'm going to slow up so I can get some good footage, but every time I slow up I land in soft stuff, like there. Yeah, you just can't see it. The front wheel, she doesn't like soft stuff, does it? Just another typical crossing, pre-crossing, which looks pretty sandy in spots. Just going to have to keep going, can't stop. Well, I must say, I thought this was just going to be another wide gravel road. I've read, you know, different reports on it, and most people say it's, well, look, this is no different to any outback track, really. This is probably like the Birdsville or Oodnadatta, any of those. You just get constant varying surfaces. I was thinking this would be like those other gravel roads, but it's far from it. So if you're looking for a different way to get up to Hawker, so far it's quite good. And I'm always constantly crossing cattle grids. Yeah, these are those big rocks you keep having to dodge. And yeah, you know what grids are like, they can be smooth as or wheel snapping. So I take the easy way, the careful way, and slow down. I can always already tell this one's okay. Right, just for the absolute current time right now, I'm out of all that sandy stuff. I'll see if I can get over to the left of the track without hitting those rocks. And it's all rocky again. It's just constantly changing. Right, I'm still going, obviously. Yeah, I had a patch back there that was just constant sand, like hard packed with sand on top. Like, then you just get the odd. I reckon the road has been graded. You can see in patches where it's all pushed to one side. But yeah, I was not. Well, you can see up ahead here. Look, if I went through there, but around the edge here. Now, I'm not obviously completely scared of sand, but when you're unexpected, you're out here on your own. I haven't seen anyone for a couple of hours now. You certainly just take it a bit easier. Now, I do have a sat phone, I do have a PLB, so providing all my fingers and bits and pieces work, I have an issue. But yeah, I'm just keeping the pace up around 70 and it's reasonably comfortable. It slips around a bit from time to time. Just let it do what it's got to do. Then you get those rocks sticking out, you got to watch them. But over to the left, the ranges are still there. I'm not sure if you can see that. And out to the right, it's just wasteland. So just dodge these rocks. Oh, excellent! We've changed directions. We can see the mountains, but you can't see the bull dust as easy. I'll just slow up. Looks great. Now, I had wondered if I could bush camp out here. There were a couple of spots further back, definitely in some creeks, and there were a couple of spots, but it looks like all of this is fenced off and you're not going to get in anywhere. There might be the odd spot. So I'm really relying on getting off of here before dark, hopefully. Otherwise I'll be camping on the side of the track. And yeah, check out these cattle grids. A lot of them have got this real soft stuff at them. So I'm not going to be a hero and gun it through there. I'll just take it easy. I do not need to fall off at this time of day. Tell you what, if you're going the opposite way and you came across that grid and hit that bull dust patch, you'd, oh, geez, the rear end would tighten, wouldn't it? Oh, oh. And yeah, you can see the mountains are still there, but over on the right is a I think it's a solar farm. I'm not quite sure if that's the right terminology, but this is another car coming. I'd actually pulled over to frig around with the camera, and a couple of blokes stopped, make sure I was okay. So this track or road is still throwing up. Now we're in this real slippery, rocky stuff. I'll slow up again because I can't see when they come by. I'll just slow and wait for the dust to settle. So I've been going, not quite sure, about at least 2 hours, 2.5 maybe. And they're the first two cars, and I'm not sure how far I'd have to go. Maybe at least half an hour. But yeah, it's certainly kept me on my toes. There's been so many different changes in the track condition. It's been a really enjoyable ride. Certainly a feel for being remote and in the outback. Now the reason I stop is to turn the camera on and off, because there's just so many rocks, it's so slippery frigging around with oh yeah, look at it. So there have been a couple of roads that have gone off where you might be able to get in there and camp, but there's a lot of fences, and yeah, I probably wouldn't bother. Yeah, there's this sea of solar panels. I have heard about that. I don't know much about it, but yeah, have a read. And you can see on the hill out there, there's the wind turbine things, and there's more down here. Alright folks, I've made it back into Stirling North, and given it's only 4 o'clock, I will head back down towards Wilmington or Melrose again. We'll see where I get. Yeah, that was excellent. So it's 4, I reckon. It took me about, I think I was at Hawker, I left at 1, so 3 hours, and I think that included going up to that Jarvis Hill, and it's about just a touch under 150 including Jarvis Hill. So that was a good I was getting tired towards the end, bit of concentration needed. Anyway, it's bitumen all the way now, so I'll turn the camera off, and hopefully the next time you see me I'll be at my campsite with a nice icy cold Cooper's Pale Ale.